thing about this shit is that he was able to reply, that shit childish. And if that nigga knew it was childish and was able to tell you it's childish at the time, you should have been able to fall back and say, hold up, and think to yourself, yeah, it is childish. Because if I have to communicate with my baby father.
No, I have to. You say, she say no chat and no text left behind. So meaning your conversation's got to be cleaned up. That is childish. That's not thinking as a person who's an adult, because adults handle their business, right? It wouldn't matter what the fuck I put in my phone, nigga. You gotta go, or we gotta go. Cops is here. Like, you get what I'm saying? You're playing with your life, like you said. Mm-hmm. You're definitely rolling the dice here. So the mere fact that you're trying to do things to appease him, so that he doesn't get to this, as opposed to saying, I gotta get him out of here. You know what I'm saying? You're doing things to clean up, so that it lessens the blow.
Lessens the blow. And what people fail to realize is you're not lessening the blow. You just prolonging the toxicity.
Exactly.
Because the only thing that's going to end up happening is over time, it's going to get more angry, more fights, more disrespectful. Right. It's only going to get worse.
Look what she puts after he says childish. She says, I'm on it. Just watch how I play this out. So in her mind, like I said, people are used to seeing this from childhood, from their friends to other relationships. When we're talking about toxic behavior, it's not looking like a dangerous situation to you because you're used to seeing it all the time. You're used to fighting niggas, right? You're used to broken things, right? You're used to this. So you don't see it as something that you're not supposed to deal with. You're looking at it like, oh, I know how to handle this nigga now. He get mad, I'm gonna delete all my texts. Oh, he broke my car watch, I got him. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You've learned how to work in this insanity. Instead of seeing it for what it really is,
you know how to cope with it.
You know how to work it because you think that's normal.
She knows how to cope with it. Right. She thinks she got it so figured out that she can not only can she cope with it, but she can damn near diagnose it. I'm a doctor.
Yeah, I got it.
That's what's wrong with people today, bro. You cannot diagnose these motherfuckers and then think you can also be they motherfucking therapist. Like, nigga, doctors can't say these niggas. What make you think?
Okay, so listen to these conversations. She started off by saying that she finally found somebody that can love her toxic behavior, right? Mm-hmm. She done found a new toxic person, a toxic, hurt, broken down person to love her toxic behavior. Because it takes a toxic person to love another one, right? Because if you come in toxic to a person who's done the work, it's a boundary there, right? Mm-hmm. So two toxics get together. She's happy. He loves her toxic behavior. Now she mentioned, he said, you a God-fearing woman. She says she tries to pray with him and get him to log into church. Now, you've accepted your toxic behavior as something funny, right? And you trying to help another toxic person. There's two sick people staying sick together. You're not right. Of course, she's not thinking like, oh, this is a situation I need to save my life. She's looking at it from a perspective as normal. This is what happens. Broken people get to broken. Remember, we was watching something yesterday, and we're talking about people in their environments. You don't know anything outside of your environment. You get what I'm saying?
No, we were
watching what you see.
We were watching The Pivot.
Right.
We was watching the pivot.
Unless you're exposed to
we was watching the
you
pivot.
You learn within the confines of your communities and where you live. So within poverty, you have a lot of desperation, angry, you know what I'm saying, child abuse, neglect, domestic violence. You have all of this toxicity in this area where you have these problems, right? Mm-hmm. Because happy people don't have these. People that are financially stable don't have these same situations. They got a whole nother set of situations. You get what I'm saying? So this is within the confines in which you're learning. And the people that are teaching you have gone through these same things. So they can't teach you anything besides what they've learned. You get what I'm saying? So we don't always know how to be correct. We don't learn those types of therapy until we come out of those environments, right? And realizing, looking back, like, damn, I was going through it. I'm in therapy now to make myself better from what I've learned, right? Mm-hmm. So when you're in that confine, you don't see anything else. So these are the niggas that she's going to engage with because she's not engaged. She's still a toxic person. So a toxic person can't go into a person who's done the work. They don't want toxic people around them. They've done the work to be away from that shit, right? Mm-hmm. So they're not going to be with you. So you can only be with other toxic people. But to you, you're fine because you're going to church, you're raising your kids. You're not realizing all the trauma that's been put down on you. If you did, you would have seen this nigga coming.
All day.
Right. So you can't help somebody if you haven't helped yourself. She didn't do the work. So how the hell she was supposed to protect herself against somebody who didn't do the work either? She wasn't able to see it. It looked normal. Arguments are normal. Fighting is normal. Being disrespected is normal. You get what I'm saying? Breaking your items is normal. That's why she said, I know how to handle this. I've been here before. I got this. No, you don't. And the next one, and this was the last one, because I would say, had you know what I'm saying, this should have been the last.
But there was the last. God made sure that.
God made, sometimes it's a lesson, not a blessing.
Yeah, it was definitely had to be a lesson because, bro, you gotta understand the naive in her, how naive she talking. Like you see all the issues and the problems, and you reporting it back to your nigga, like he not seeing this shit.
Right, but it's not enough.
You reporting it back to your baby daddy.
Yeah. So
he looking at it like, yo, this for you, my nigga. Y'all not talking about the kid right now. My nigga, you talking about your feelings with me and your situation with me and what's going on with me. So this is what's causing that nigga pressure. This is what's busting pipes. That's why he told her don't call the cops, because he know this nigga already know what's going on. Now, if you call the cops, he gonna know you trying to get rid of me for the baby daddy.
Protection. Somebody needs to protect her now. She done made bad decisions. So you got to tell somebody, and who do you tell? The next man in your life. She ain't talking to a father. We ain't seeing texts from the dad or uncles or grandparents. You get what I'm saying? She's talking to the next man in her life that can protect her, the one that's giving her advice to help her. Now you got to come tell him. He was the one telling you in the beginning. Now you're going through problems with this nigga, like he said. You know he's going to find out. You got children together. Then you communicate with him. So now you looking for the same nigga that you was disregarding to really help protect you. You know that you see this nigga tripping now. You was right, but I got it. And he's like, didn't I tell you?
It gets bad, y'all.
This is really sad.
So then she goes, thank you for deleting this. As I go, I got smarter. He goes, like you would tell me, do the right thing. Good night. She said, no text behind childish. And then she says, I'm on it. Just watch how I play it out. She says, good night. Just know if something go down, Ryan Phillips is the name. Okay. You see what I'm saying? So she already knew. She already knew what was about to happen. She already knew. For people that's coming in, man, this female died last night, in a tragic shooting. It's crazy, man. And her boyfriend on Facebook, her baby daddy on Facebook, dropped everything on Facebook and was like, bro, I tried to tell her.
But she's still laughing.
Yeah, she still think it's funny. It's almost like you playing with your life. That's why I said people play with their life. I don't understand how people play with their life like that. Hey, this shit ain't funny. What the fuck is you laughing about? But you notice when people, and the thing about it is, when people feel like they know their life is at jeopardy, that's what they do. They tell somebody the names of people they driving with, because ain't that the same thing that dude Odin did with
Odin Lloyd,
what Hernandez?
Right, you drop names and things of that nature.
He texts his girl.
She's laughing like it's funny, but inside that ain't no damn joke.
It ain't no joke.
It's not no joke because you say, oh, if something happens to me, this his name. You know what I'm saying? Just in case. You scared. You already know. Right. She thinking her plan gonna supersede, but just in case of some shit break out, I don't think it's funny. I don't say that I've done the work completely, but I'm definitely a person that day to day tries to do the work as much as possible. And I look at stuff like this and I try to make it reflect on myself. So this was something I needed to hear this morning to wake me up a little bit more to just life things in general. You know what I'm saying? To really appreciate the fact that I'm waking up and being able to judge things from a different light. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because people don't get tomorrow to do that. And these are conversations that have to be had because like I said, we go out every day playing with different people out in the world, not knowing where they come from, their backgrounds and what they got going on. And we bring them into our lives. And then we wonder why we got all types of stuff going on, after we've brought them into our space. And not everybody deserves
to be in your space.
In your world. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Not people don't even deserve. A lot of people don't even deserve the introduction.
And you don't even know who you're dealing with, though. I swear to God, that's my issue. Today's society, I was born in '83. I was taught that you get to know niggas. Sometimes you didn't even be friends with niggas until we peeped you out for a while. I'm talking about middle school, high school.
A friend they knew that hooked them up. It was somebody in the circle. You get
what I'm saying? But we just didn't meet. We didn't meet.
I went to school with him.
Yeah, okay, we knew. Even if it was a nigga we about to be his friend. It was like, okay, we didn't let him in our circle yet. We didn't give a fuck if you moved on the block. We watched you for 6 months. We wanted to see what you was about, nigga. Right, you couldn't come to the crib when we all went in the house later on and chilled in the attic and kick it. Nigga, you might have just was only on the block.
Right.
You niggas allow everybody to come in. And it be like motherfuckers, women and men do it sometimes too, but women do it, they be having kids. And when you think women is supposed to be sacred with their kids to where niggas can't never come to their house, I firmly believe when you are a single mother and you should never let a nigga come in your house. Your daughters or sons should never see niggas coming out your house or coming out your bedroom. It shouldn't be.
No.
Because
but you're talking about healthy mind frame. She just said she happy for a nigga to love all her toxic shit. My bad attitudes and you know what I'm saying? And all of that comes with me. So you just want to be loved by somebody.
That's the problem.
That's it. People are desperate
What happened to loving yourself?
Nobody does that anymore. Society doesn't promote loving for self.
So self-love is just out the window.
No, self-love only pertains to when women are talking about doing the glow up, getting their hair done, nails done, getting facials and shit like that. You see all of those self-love videos and self-love posts, but self-love is within. It ain't got a damn thing to do with what your face looks like. It matters what your personality and what your soul looks like. But you get what I'm saying? You have propaganda when you say, where have people lost that? Just in society. We've allowed things to occur, which has broken up the mind frame of people, your humanity, you know what I'm saying? Your outlook on your life in general. People don't see things the same way we used to. We were a little bit smarter then. They took all of that capability away from you and told you to become dumber, and you were fine with it. Because it doesn't take any time to know a person because a profile is already typed on your social media page. I could read and look at your pages and think I know you, right? Mm-hmm. Look at the people you hang around and think I know you. And in all honesty, it's just a yearbook page, basically. A synopsis of who you are, just your resume. It doesn't tell you anything really about a person's character. We wanted to know a person's character because we needed to know who we was bringing around us. Who was going to tell on us if we was doing something wrong. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Who was going to, bring somebody else to our house and do us harm. We had time to think and talk amongst ourselves to meet people. Now you meet people in the flash. All you doing is swiping. Read about them, you know what I'm saying? Click like. Then it gets in your DMs. You start chatting in the DMs and then you do what? You meet up. You hang out a few times. Where you hanging out? Not at the fucking library. You go to a club, right? Mm-hmm. All of these things that make no sense. That make no sense, but our society says it does because these are social avenues, right? No. They say these are where socializing is supposed to take place, but growing and knowing, there's none of that in between.
Nah, for real.
Everything is at the snap of your fingers. People can't take it if it's not instant anymore.
What up, everybody? It's your boy Gangsta Cat, and this is The Bounce, and it's exactly where it go down. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you do your boy a favor and hit that subscribe button right there. You already know what it is. You know, this the #1 spot, The Bounce. If you rocking with me like I'm rocking with you, then let's bounce on something. This your boy Gangsta Cat, and that's Kimmy. So you already know what it is. Make sure you subscribe to the page and help us get to where we need to be at $100,000 subscribers. You know what it is, man. I enjoy this content.